Hi everyone, and welcome back to Stamp with Anna. And today I have the third project in the series that I'm doing, showing you how to use your framelits and your thinlits as an embossing tool rather than just as a cutting tool. And this is a holiday card that I made. We made this at class. It was a really easy card to make, and as you can see, it has all these snowflakes on it, and the snowflakes come from a die. In the current holiday catalog, Stampin' Up! Has this great bundle. It's called Beautiful Blizzard, and it has a Blizzard Thinlit that coordinates with it, and that is this here. And you can see that it's just filled with all of these great snowflakes. And when you run that through your Big Shot as a die, you get all of these great snowflakes. And I cut these out using some silver silver foil, and those will be on a different project. But for today, I'm going to use this as an embossing folder. Not quite a folder, embossing piece. So let me show you how I did that. Stampin' Up!, when their new catalog came out last June, introduced the Big Shot embossing mats. And it's a 3-piece set. Comes with this white plate, a thick gray foamy mat, and a thin blue foamy mat. And depending on what you're doing, what your project is doing, you change up, you configure your sandwich to be able to emboss and cut. And the great thing is that Stampin' Up! Gives you directions, so you really don't have to remember your sandwich. It's always right here. A standard sandwich, a cut and emboss sandwich, and an emboss only sandwich. So today we're going to emboss only. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring in my Big Shot right here. And I have my Big Shot platform. I have the white plate that comes from the mat kit. And then I have my blue thin mat, a piece of balmy blue cardstock that's cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And then I'm going to bring in my thinlit, and I'm going to cut side down, put it on my blue paper, and I'm just going to be sure that I center top and bottom so I have even spacing. Then I'm going to put a plate, a standard cutting plate on that, and I'm going to run it through. And as it goes through, there really is no pressure. You're not cranking really hard, so you almost feel like you're not actually embossing. But when it comes out, you will see that indeed you have embossed. Now that's pretty on its own, but I wanted to add some pizzazz to it. So what I did was I brought in the new shimmering paints. This is Frost White, and with a sponge dauber, I'm going to shake this up. Now you can apply this one of two different ways. You can put it on a little block and use that as your palette, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my dauber on my finger, and I'm going to fit it right in there, tip it upside down, and then I'm going to just scrape the excess off. And starting in one corner, I'm just going to swirl this around, and you can see a tiny little shimmer. Now I will tell you that a little bit of this shimmer paint does go a long way. So I'm going to do this off camera so you don't have to sit here and watch me do this. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm done applying my shimmer paint, and see that nice little glimmer on that? Isn't that pretty? Then I'm going to come in with my jewel rhinestones, and I'm going to put them in the middle of my snowflakes. And I have small, medium, and large snowflakes, and I have small, medium, and large rhinestones. So for the large snowflakes, I'm going to use my large rhinestones. And for my medium snowflakes, I'm going to use my medium rhinestones. It's another large one there. And then for my small snowflakes, you guessed it, I'm going to use my small rhinestones. And these are cute little guys right here. You do use a lot of rhinestones for this project, so I can see this would be a card for someone who's special. I can't see mass producing these to send out as your family Christmas card. Well, maybe you could, I guess. Alright, so I think I have all my snowflakes covered with rhinestones. Well, we're going to put one more right down here. Now I'm going to do the inside of my card. And what I have is a piece of thick Whisper White cut at 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And using the beautiful Blizzard stamp set, I'm going to, I need a piece of paper to stamp off on. With my Balmy Blue, I'm going to take this image right here and ink it up, and then I'm going to stamp off, and I'm going to put that in the center because I want it to be a little lighter. Then I'm going to take the Season's Greetings, again using Balmy Blue, full strength this time. I'm going to put that right in the middle of my swirl there. And then there's also an image that has a bunch of snowflakes. And what I'm going to do is I put a little bit of that shimmer paint on a block. I'm going to ink up my dauber with it. And I'm going to use that as my ink. I'm going to apply that nice and thick because I do want it to come out. And I did do a whole class on using the shimmer paints. I did a class using the shimmer paints, and I had 3 projects, and I did post them on YouTube. So if you'd like to see some more projects with the shimmer paint, I suggest that you can go on my YouTube channel and check that out. And then I just stamped that right there, and you can see it when you're right underneath it. So when your recipient opens the card and they move it, they're going to see a little surprise with the shimmer paint there. So now we're going to put the outside together, and again I have some ribbon. It is retired ribbon, but I use my retired ribbons anyway. And this is a 1/8 inch silver ribbon. And again I'm going to make a faux bow. Take my long piece, put it vertically, my short piece, put it horizontally, tie a knot, it's a little more difficult when it's a shiny ribbon like this. Tie it nice and tight. And when I turn it over, there's my perfect knot. I'm going to bring in my snail. And I guess I probably should have put my rhinestones on after I put my ribbon on so I could see exactly which snowflakes needed it. You can never have too much bling, all right? And then I'm just going to attach this to my card front. And then with my scissors, just trim my edges. And there we have it. Oops, a little crooked here. Let me just fix this. All right. Now there we have it. And there's another way to use your your die cuts to emboss. I just think this is such a pretty card. If you could see the shimmer and the nice snowflakes that have been embossed. And another thing you can do with that, here's a sample I have here. I embossed it the same way I did, but instead of putting shimmer paint on it, I went back with some ink and just went over it with a sponge dauber and it kind of brings that out. So that'd be another way to use that embossed image. If you have any questions about this project or any of the products I've used, please contact me through my blog, www.stampwithanna.blogspot.com. And I hope you will now look at your Thinlits and your dies and look at them in a different way and see different ways that you can use them. It's great when your tools have dual purposes. Thanks so much. Have a great day.